All right, what's up, family? Another good family one for you here. We're gonna title this one, It's Not All About Looks.
Oh, no?
No, it's not all about
Are you
looks.
sure?
I'm positive. See,
Okay.
when you're young and naive, most things are about looks. But when those bills
True.
gotta be paid, when you're going through adversity and real critical thinking needs to be applied, and all you got is looks, that's when you find out, man, how helpful is this person to me? Yeah, I got with him or her because they was pretty, handsome, whatever the case, but it's not all about looks. You want to add to that? Because we're going to get deep on this one.
Well, exactly. I mean, first of all, it doesn't hurt to see a compliment on someone.
True. Nobody want to be with an ugly person.
Exactly.
But if looks is all they got, you in for trouble, and you're going to find out the hard way.
But I believe if you're very smart and you're really doing your research on someone, you don't only go by looks. You go about their background, who they are.
Thank you.
How do they manage their life, their responsibility? Because that's how your life is going, the decisions that you are going to make.
Yeah.
Being with that person by not only the looks.
Hold on. Yeah. So excellent point you made. You're right. You got to get to know somebody first. If you only going on looks, like I said earlier, you about to find out the hard way. Watch this. I remember even growing up, but let's just talk about as we're adults. How many times we have seen on the news, in the paper, on the internet, how these stories go down when all you got with this girl because she pretty, all you got with that guy because you thought he was cute or handsome, whatever the case. All right, how many times you heard these stories? In your family, amongst your peers, your friends, you heard these exact stories. Okay, let's go with women, since they always let women go first, right? How many times a woman gets with a guy, she met some guy wherever, however, right? And now she bring him around her family, if she mature enough to do that, right? She bring him around her family, and what happens? When she bring the guy around the family, every auntie quick to tell her, ooh, girl, you got a handsome looking young man right there. Ooh, you a handsome young man. Yeah, this is a good one. How you know, auntie? How you know he a good one? Just because you think he look good. What does mommy say? Mommy go, ooh, girl, you got you a good looking man right there. And he got good hair. What the heck is good hair? There's no such thing as good hair. It's either you take care of your hair or you don't. But anyway, then what does the sisters say? Her sisters and her other female cousins. Everybody's talking about how, ooh, girl, you got you one of them good looking men. Ooh, he fine, girl, he fine. Okay, he fine. Okay, but why is it that then down the line, because she got with him only because he fine, right? But why is it that down the line, you find out he got 2 other baby mothers and it's costing you stress? You find out that he got nothing but all bad credit. So his bad credit becomes your bad credit if y'all move in and become a family. You know, we find out later that all of y'all that said he was so fine, now y'all all showing up at the hospital and y'all like, oh, Maritza's at the hospital. What's she at the hospital from? Oh, her man beat her. Y'all didn't get to know him at all. Now y'all at the hospital find out she got a black eye, missing tooth, or whatever the case. But y'all didn't get time to know the guy. And this goes just the same for the guy. How many times a guy bring the girl around his friends and his family, and everybody's so quick to say, ooh, boy, you got a cutie right there. Then you bring it to the cookout, right? And then what does uncle say? Boy, she a fine looking girl. Hey girl, you got you a fine one right there, boy. And then what does the other brother and the uncle and the father them all say? Oh, she's such a cutie. You better hold on to this one. Listen to the flags. What do you mean, this one? You better hold on to this. What does grandma say? Grandma say, oh, you are just about the most prettiest thing I have ever seen. She's so pretty, right? Everybody going on and on about how so pretty she is. But then what happened? The stories we hear and actually been through, some of us, unfortunately. Now, I know it's a lot of y'all done been through this, unfortunately. Y'all all talking about how pretty she is, but did he get to know her? See, this is what happens when you're feeble-minded. And as always, I didn't forget. I'm gonna give you, that's the word of the day, feeble-minded. You know what feeble-minded is? A person not capable of making intelligent or intellectual smart decisions. Like stupid, just nonsense, foolishness. So anyway, let's get back to the girl. Everybody talked about how pretty she is, right? But then months down the line, a year down the line, this be the guy meeting up with one of his friends or his other family members, telling them, yo, man, help me come over my apartment. I got to move my stuff. What you mean you moving your stuff? Yo, man, I got to get all my stuff out of here, man. I got to hurry up and get it out of here before she come home. What you acting like you scared? Nah, man, because she going to call the cops, man. She going to call the cops and say, I hit her. Or she'll pull some thin line between love and hate, beat herself up, call the cops and say, you did it. How many times we seen this be the same girl scratch your car all up, put Clorox all over your clothes, mess up your credit cards? I knew one girl, she took her man's name, filled out 3 credit cards, maxed them out for $100,000. But she want to tell a story that he was the bad guy. But you didn't tell everybody how you did your man dirty, right? But see, this be the same person that we got to go bail him out of jail because old girl done lied and said he beat her, this and that. But remember months ago, a couple years ago, y'all talked about how pretty she was, right? And that is causing you hell. So don't be so feeble-minded. Remember what feeble means? Foolish. A person is not capable of making smart decisions. You know, so don't be so feeble-minded when you get with somebody just because she pretty. You think he cute or handsome. You gonna learn the hard way.
You know what's real crazy even more about that? Sometimes we get with a person for the wrong reasons.
All the wrong reasons.
Okay, for the wrong reasons. But at the same time, a person in back of their mindset, oh, I can change. Once they start really realizing the type of person they have.
I could change him. I could change her.
Yeah, they say, oh, I can. But how many times you can try so much? You can do so much to change that person. Sometimes you could do a miracle on that person, but sometimes...
Remember the book, Married Men? That was one of our favorite books, even though we got many. Remember the one guy, I think it was Jay. Go check it out. Here go the book right here. We did the book review. It was Jay. He had got with the girl that they all his boys slept with. And he got with her and married her. Man, I'm telling you, way before I got my wife, I'm telling you, man, I remember being in situations like that, where it's like, this girl may have ran the mill, right? But this one guy, he's the one guy of all of us. This be the one fool. He goes in the room with the girl, and he start feeding her grapes, going, "Why you letting them treat you like this? You a good girl." Like, man, so you're gonna change her. You're gonna change her, right? So I get your point. But in that book, Married Men, that was a great example. Jay was a fool. No, it wasn't Jay. It was the other one. I forgot. I think Marcus. But check out the video. We did it years ago.
Very foolish. But at the same time, there is a small chance you can change that person. But it's a high chance you can't change. Like they said, lepers, you can't change
the spots. There's stripes, there's spots. Yep, you're right.
Right. You can't. And it's just that now you have to really see for yourself and say, it's my future. Look at how beautiful that man or that woman looks. But I gotta be selfish in my part and say, no, it's all about me because this is my life.
Yeah. So you're right. So it's just like the title of the video. It's not all about looks. You know what it comes down to? Their character. How do they treat their sister? How they treat their mother? How their auntie, their uncle, their little brother? How do they treat their family? Do they take care of their bills? Do they got good credit or not? Do they have a decent job? See, if all you could tell me is that this girl is pretty, then that tells me you're feeble-minded. If all you could tell me is that this guy is cute, then you're feeble-minded. They tell me you don't think intelligently. And that's foolish. Let me give you another way to put it. If it's all about looks, watch this story right here. This is from another book by Tariq Nasheed. It's called Player Be Played. I can't find it. I got so many books, I can't even find a book. But anyway, watch this scenario, how it played out. He said, see, because now you do got some women that they got a little game. And and I don't mean in a negative way, meaning they got some intellect. Let's go with that. They're not feeble-minded. They got some intellect about them. And they don't go about stuff like mostly everybody else. Remember, I've said this to you before, many times before. I'm going to say it to you again. If you're doing what everybody else is doing, then you should pretty much expect the same outcome and results that they're getting. So if they're getting mediocre results, you're going to get mediocre results because you're doing the same thing that they're doing. That touches on this story right here I'm about to talk about. In the book, Player Be Played, he said one day he went to a bar, right? After club, whatever, right? And he said when he went into the bar, he said all over there in the corner was about 5 or 6 women sitting at a table.
Oh, pretty girls.
All gorgeous, all pretty, drop dead gorgeous. But they was all amongst each other and only by themselves. Over at the bar was this one female. She was okay looking, dressed decent. Nothing striking about her. Clearly those girls in the corner was way more prettier.
Yeah, they were like models.
Yeah. And this girl here, she was a simple girl. But all the guys were surrounded around her. And that was making all the pretty girls mad. Oh, we're more prettier than her. Why's she getting all the attention? What is she doing? You know, let me tell you what she was doing. She had intellect about her. She was not feeble-minded. You know why? Because when she was at the bar, she realized she knew a little something about the game that was on TV, what the guys was into. She told the guys here and there, hey, I like that suit, man. That suit looks really nice on you. My brother got a suit like that. Or where did you get that? I like to get my brother one of those suits. I love that haircut on you. And then she did the ultimate thing. She said, hey, bartender, I want to buy a round of drinks for all these guys. Mm-hmm. That's something most women will never do with their selfish butts. She bought every guy one round, just one round. But look at the game, the intellect. Look at the prestigiousness about that woman. By her buying them one drink, knowing about the games, taking time to address them, something the pretty girls would not do. By her buying them one drink was an investment. Because now for the rest of the night, they all catered to her to the highest degree. They was willing to buy her any drink she want, any amount of food she want. When it was time for her to leave, they made sure she got to her car safe. They protected her. Meanwhile, the drop-dead gorgeous girls, they sitting over here in the corner, like most women do, not all, because you could never say all. They sitting over there going, oh, we pretty. We just gonna wait for guys to come to us. It don't always work like that. Not in this day and age now. Girls get tired of that. You just sitting back thinking everybody supposed to cater to you. Oh, I'm pretty. I'm pretty. Everybody gonna cater to me. Now you get tired of that I'm pretty stuff because it shows me how feeble-minded and lazy you are. I love that story when I read that because they was really jealous of that girl. It was like, how is she getting all this attention? But they didn't.
She wasn't selfish.
She
Her
wasn't selfish.
mentality was, if I want to be treated right, I gotta treat them right.
That's how it was when me and you got together.
Yeah, I mean,
you was not selfish. When we went out on our first, you brought your sister with you.
Yeah.
The way your mom taught you. We didn't go out.
To Atlantic City, and I actually, what was it I did?
No, even before that, even before we proposed to each other, when we went on our first few dates, you didn't go by yourself. Your mother said, no, you take your sister with you. Yeah. So I was always with her and her twin sister. It was like, man, can I get a time alone? Why your sister always got to come? But this is how your parents raised. Hey, much respect to your parents. They taught you. When you go out, any female, and I would advise any female out there like that, you going out on a date with a guy, bring your sister with you in the beginning. You got to build up that trust with that guy first. You don't just go by yourself. Bring your sister, bring your cousin. Yes, if he go, oh, but I thought it was just me and you. No, my cousin come with us. I don't know you yet. I got to get to know you. And then eventually we was solo. But in the beginning, you was always bringing your sister. I was like, yo, your sister always here, man.
But I did like about you that you have never complained about it. Mm-hmm. You gave that respect.
In my head, I was, but I ain't let it be out.
Yeah, but the thing is, babe, that I realized that this is the gentleman of who you was and who you are.
And when we went to the arcade, for example, because it's going way back. You offered money up right from the door. That's something most women don't do, and I peeped it. Mm-hmm. And on another day we went out. Yo, we went to some pizza spot and got you wanted the meatball parmesan.
Oh yeah.
Or the chicken parmesan. And yo, when I went to pay, you put the money on the table and said, nah, you was like, hey, listen, I'll pay for the bill. And I was like, nah. But I see that she offered. Something a lot of women don't do, and that you offered. And then even when I paid, you said, you'll let me pay the tip. And when I was like, nah, you said, no, please, I gotta pay something. And see, that showed me just what most women refuse to do. I'm gonna grab this one. That's why.
Well, that's his quality. Remember, we did the video the other day about qualities. Mm-hmm. It's about decisions that you make. And if you see that in a man or a woman has qualities, don't think twice about it. You just go for it and say the more and more you get to know a person. Yeah. It's not by only the looks. Yeah, because it's about the quality of the person.
Yeah, because with us, it definitely was not just, oh, I think she's pretty, or I think he's handsome. Well, nah, it was the qualities, the characters that we both had that made us attracted to one another. Because let me tell you something. I remember Michael Bajan said this many years ago on his show. Show me a pretty woman, and I'll show you a guy that's tired of her. And what I mean by that, every guy and every woman, if you happen to have a lazy, no good man or woman, Yeah, you was attracted to them in the beginning because they was pretty, he was handsome, whatever the case. But eventually, one day, you wake up in the morning when all those bills still need to be paid. You still want to go on that vacation. You still got wants and needs, such as materialistic things or not. And if that person isn't catering to those things, you eventually wake up one day in the morning before that other person wake up, and you look at the other person and go, "Man, what the hell am I doing with you? You ain't doing nothing to help our relationship. You just take. And that's how, unfortunately, take a lot of beautiful or pretty, take a lot of pretty women or good-looking guys. Most of them you'll see the way they've been raised up. In most cases, they're single moms home. But even if we don't go over there, you'll see they're the most selfish people. The most thing with them is take, but they don't want to give nothing. They the selfish people. Anything else?
Exactly. Remember that movie with Janet Jackson and the four girls, the chubby girl that her husband treated her.
Why I Got Married
Why
Too.
Did I Get Married Too?
Yeah.
You see how he was all up into this young girl, very pretty, but in the end he realized she is not even worth keeping.
Oh, when he dumped the big girl. I forgot her name.
Girl.
Y'all know the singer. He dumped the big girl for the younger girl. But remember what the young girl, she did the Cardi B thing. She said, "I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you how I got this ring." Like, he was like, yo, he started complaining now. Yeah, you got with her because she was pretty.
Right.
And then his boys was telling him mature things because he got with her because he was feeble-minded because she was pretty. But then his boys was telling him, yo, man, so you did the 20-80 rule. He was like, 20-80 rule. He said, yeah, 20% she look good, 80% she's a bum. Or you could flip it. You could say the person look good 80%, but they got 20% no good qualities. So it's like however it works for you, but still you're managing, you're micromanaging, you're managing to the point you say, let me see if this person worth my time. But you do not just get with somebody because you go, he handsome, he cute, she pretty, she gorgeous. You're gonna learn the hard way. That's gonna be your worst decision you made because you're feeble-minded.
Yeah, but you also don't want to do like Chris Tucker said when he saw the girls like, remember when he got it was a blind date?
Oh yeah, on Friday.
Janet Jackson.
Yeah, that was funny. Like, let me give you the scene.
Yes,
He said, he got off the phone. He said, what's up with that girl, man? When Craig said, what's up with the girl? He said, man, she said she looked like Janet Jackson. Control. Right? And then when she came over, he said, hey, what the hell you doing? And then she said, oh, I'm such and such. He said, oh, what the hell? He said, man, you don't look like no Janet Jackson. You look like Freddie Jackson.
But the reason why I'm bringing that up is
because then remember, he said, don't ever come around here again. Don't ever never come around here again. And then she said, okay, I'll call you, but what you doing later? He said, not a damn thing.
But the reason why I'm bringing that movie up is because at the same time, you don't meet somebody and you make them feel like crap. You get to know a person as well, our beautiful butterfly. You don't get to embarrass them and humiliate them. You get to know a person, and that's the number one rule.
Yeah.
Get to know a person. Don't be so quick to judge just because they're beautiful.
Yeah, like I said earlier in the video, you don't want to be that guy that now we gotta go get you out of jail because the pretty girl you got with has done nothing but cause you hell, scratched your car up, Clorox your clothes, told the cops you beat her. Now we gotta go bail you out. And now the whole family going, you ain't talking about that pretty girl that we met months ago. No, not her. Why not? Why not? And just the flip side, we gotta go to the hospital or we gotta help this woman out because she getting evicted out of her house, getting foreclosed on her home, she in the hospital, or whatever the case, right? And the car got repoed. We find out the guy that you was with beating your butt, put you in the hospital, got your credit all messed up because his messed up, and now we gotta go help you out big time because everybody going, no, you ain't talking about that guy. He was a good guy. Why not? Why not? Because y'all all said he was cute. Hey, you find out the hard way.
But you'd be surprised, babe. There are a few that has the full package.
Yeah.
He or she, they're
perfect.
Beautiful, and they are one of a kind.
Yeah.
They have what everybody's looking for.
You ain't had a whole package?
Look at you.
Look at you trying to get me. I got up first. Trust me, she ain't had a whole package.
No, but look
almost
at you.
didn't do it. I almost was like, yo, you gotta get out of here. All right, man. Hey.
Look at you.
Yeah.
You're gorgeous.
Appreciate
you have everything that a woman wants. And I'm not saying it only because I'm your wife. I'm
Hey,
saying
well, you know who I want to
because-
thank for that? I want to thank all the girls back in my old neighborhood that didn't give me the time of day.
But
A
it
few
wasn't
did.
their day. It
A
wasn't
few
your
did.
time.
It wasn't my time. But I want to thank them because of them made me want to better myself financially, credit-wise, intellectually, morally. And that's how I met you. Who knows if I would have been with some of them, all because they were pretty. Who knows where my life be at now? And I'm not trying to totally ridicule them, but I'm telling you, a lot of them, I see them now when we go to the old neighborhood, it's not pretty. Their lives are not pretty. So it's like, I want to thank y'all. I want to thank y'all for not giving me the chance because I found something more greater. So thank you. I dodged the bullet.
Aw.
I see some of that story. I'm like, man, that could have been me all in them messed up situations. But hey, let's end it on a positive note. What would you say in closing?
Make smart choices.
Yes.
Don't be in such a rush. Don't go through emotions. And I've said that before in other videos. Don't go through emotions. Just give your time. Your life is not short. It's a long way to go. So keep in mind, just not only go by the looks, just go by overall
Yes.
of who they are, what they are, and for the grown-ups, you know, give better advice to these young cats.
Ooh, thank
Because the same thing is like, well,
Thank you.
sometimes we as youngs, we want to try to listen to older folks, and they even giving us bad advice.
Now, I was going to say something
So-
totally different in closing, but I like what you just said. You just changed my mindset. You're right, because remember, what did auntie, grandma, uncle, and all them say? Ooh, girl, oh boy, she fine. Ooh, girl, he fine, right? See, they giving bad advice. Grandma, auntie, uncle, y'all don't know nothing about him or her other than they pretty looking. You don't know nothing about them. So don't be so quick to listen to somebody's advice, somebody's feeble advice. Remember, feeble, not making intelligent decisions, foolish. So what I would say in closing, not only that, I like that, but also, like she said, I would say the same thing. You definitely need to make better choices. In this day and age now, especially this internet world, people make the most horrible decisions when it comes to relationships. So learn from their mistakes. That's what I would tell you.
Exactly.
Learn from their mistakes. Remember the old saying, a wise man learns from their mistakes, but an even wiser man, meaning you, out there, an even wiser man learns from other people's mistakes. So read, pay attention to your surroundings. And when you meet that person you would like to get to know, give yourself a chance, give them a chance, and together it might be something great. But pay attention to the red flags, because there's always flags. Nobody's perfect. There's always flags. Pay attention to them, and it may work out in your favor. And on that note, peace.